where do people usually get stuck? Like, I want you to help me understand, because I've been online for, since I started my business. Like I just started that way. But where do people get stuck? Like, are they challenged with creating a website, or is it social media? Where do people get stuck?
A lot of times they get stuck in not necessarily creating the website, but the website they have from their offline, so to speak, world is so basic or so old, and it's the old technology that they need to have it refreshed and redesigned into something that's more modern, more user friendly for them and for the people working with them. Because a lot of the clunky old websites are just that. They're clunky old websites. But they also need the strategy and the implementation of the online marketing piece of it all, because it's not just the website. They need to learn about social media. They need to learn about blogs and newsletters and marketing funnels and, free offers, paid offers, all of those things that they can put into the online world to grow their business and to take it online to get clients, that are not necessarily local to them. They're internet. They can be as far as international if they want.
Yeah. One of the things that I know from working with you is that you have this incredible depth of knowledge. Like, when you're talking to a prospective client, you're really listening to all their challenges, what they're facing right now, and you're immediately thinking about, well, they could be doing this, and have they thought about this, and what about this, and we could do this. And how did you? Is that just part of your nature to do that, or is that something that you learned, or do you just like, is it just from the depth of experience? Like, you can't help but do it? Talk to me about, like, because it's an incredible skill set that you have. You filter very quickly and understand what someone's needs are. How did you learn how to do that?
Well, part of it is my depth of experience, including my experience before the online world. I worked in the service world a whole lot before I actually got into working online as a freelancer and then in a business. I mean, I've been a waitress, I've been a hostess, I've been a customer service representative in the brick and mortar and in-person world. And I gained a lot of knowledge from that because I was in service industries as it was. But I also have, I blame part of it on the fact that I'm a Virgo, and I don't mean blame. I actually, I've got an innate nature of being a Virgo who is organized, detail oriented, intuitive, can really grasp it. I said I'm that witchy person. I do have much experience being intuitive and connecting with people on these calls that, when they're telling me what's going on with them, I can really take in the energy of it, and get the feel for them on a deeper level, just even on a simple 30-minute call, because I have myself open to them on a more intuitive and I like to call it magical level, so to speak, because it is about connecting deeper than just the words that they're saying. And even, it's body language, it's the emotion behind the words. And it's, and then I can pull that in from my depth of experience and understand how to, what solutions or what processes, whatever it is that will help them. From there, it kind of kicks into gear because I've done a lot of different things with a lot of different people and industries over the years.
Yeah. So you talked about being a waitress and doing other things in the offline world. Tell me about the journey for you. Like, how did you go from that to this? And you don't have to give us your whole life story, because that's longer than the podcast can contain. But I'm always interested about why people started to do what they do. Like, what got you involved in this?
The biggest instigator of me getting involved in the online business world was my second child was 2 years old, and we needed I needed to make money for the family, to support the family without it all going to daycare and, maintaining a car and all of those things. And I really needed to be there for my kids and my family, sick days, whatever they needed, because when they're sick, they can't be in daycare. And then your job goes, if you don't come to work, you're fired. So I needed to be able to work with my skills and what I know in a way that could be done from home. And I started in the freelance online world, got onto a couple of websites where freelancers hung out and got jobs, so to speak. And I met a man in New York who was running an e-commerce website, an e-commerce business, who needed customer service. And so I filled out the application, so to speak, put my resume up there and interviewed with him, and he hired me. And it was my first remote virtual assistant type work as a customer service rep. And then I spent almost 4 years with him, eventually running his $500,000 e-commerce business as his business manager, doing everything but the website and things like that. I handled the vendors, the orders, order maintenance, not the orders themselves. And I learned a massive amount of skills in what I do with him for that almost 4 years that I was with him. And, but this gentleman was paying me to run a $500,000 company for $12 an hour. Needless to say, I was a bit fried and frazzled and whatnot. So I decided to stop doing that and be a stay-at-home mom again. But a lovely home ownership kicked in 8 months later. The house fell apart. We had to fix things. So I had to get back into something. I got back into the online world, into transcription. And that's where I met all the coaches, consultants, and service providers that I now work for, because I was transcribing their teleseminars back in the day before Zoom and all of that. And I was like, I love these people. I want to help these people get out there and do their thing and support them. So I took that and launched myself back into the online world, individually, not through websites.
Yeah.
And became, initially a virtual assistant, and got on social media. And within 6 months, met other virtual assistants who wanted to subcontract to me. And that's when my business was born. Sophie Zill LLC was born. I incorporated and became an actual business. And basically from there, the rest is history.
I love that. So I call that following the breadcrumbs of desire, where you want something and then you follow it. And there's the opportunity. You applied, you got the job, and you learned the skill set. You got a little grumpy about it. Why am I only getting paid $12 an hour? But you, like, from my perspective, you learned a huge skill set. You were getting paid, maybe not as much as you wanted to, but you were getting paid to learn a skill set that would take you into your next career and your next career and your next career. So the evolution of your career, I should say. So that was a huge opportunity for you. So that's fantastic. If you want to master your business, you must master your mindset first. The 7 Laws to 7 Figures Summit is designed to help you do just that. This November, in just 3 days, I am going to be giving you a roadmap of exactly what you need to do to dramatically increase your income and achieve the freedom that you desire without burnout. Podcast listeners, you can save big by visiting theunstoppablewoman.com/breakthrough to grab your super early bird ticket today and save $800. You better hurry while the offer is still available. Bye for now, and I'll see you at the summit.